Okay, so I wanted to give you guys a closer look at what the 620 is like, what are the differences between the 620 and the 220. 620 is the white one here. This is the 220. Now they are pretty similar. Like I said, the 220 is slightly slimmer. It's a little bit easier to use. There's not as many menus to go through. So as you can see there, it's a little bit slimmer. It's a little bit lighter weight. The screen is a little bit different. I'll turn the light on the 620 as well. And what with the or this is a 220. With the 620, the light has to really see it well, the light has to be on. I'll just shut it off and show you what they look like without the. So there is a different screen. They both have internal accelerometers, which can judge your cadence while you're running, and you can use that data to estimate how far you're going. So if you're doing an indoor workout on the treadmill, both of them can estimate how far you're going. And by reading the manual, I found out that the more running you do outside, it'll actually calibrate that internal accelerometer so that when you are indoors, it'll be able to pretty accurately estimate just how far you're going. And I found without even having it calibrated, I hadn't even ran outside with the 220. It was actually fairly accurate on the treadmill as far as estimating my distance. And so I'm looking forward to taking it outside for some more runs as it gets warmer here and seeing how close I can get that. Because for about 4 months out of the year, I'm actually indoors on the treadmill. But let's take a look at the 620 and I'll show you some of the cool features. Now, the first thing that I wasn't sure about was the touchscreen. I didn't want to have to use a touchscreen while I'm running. But this touchscreen is actually the type that you depress. And I'll show you. To get it into run mode, you touch any button except for the light. So that would be this one here. Then it's going to say tap to unlock. And you actually have to push down on the screen. So now we're into the run mode. And that means that it just locked in the satellites. So it's pretty cool how it gets those really fast. I have this connected to my Wi-Fi network at home. So as soon as I walk in, I just hit this button connect and it'll upload all my data. I think there's a way to do it automatically too, but I haven't figured that out yet. Another difference between these two is if you look at this home screen, what you'll see is that there is 4 data fields on the home screen. And with the 220, it only allows you to have 3 data fields. That's the max that you can have. And so that's one nice thing and one nice difference with the 620 here. If you like a lot of data, it can give you that data. So like I said, I'm going to show you some of the other features. To get to the different data field screens, you just tap the surface. It's showing my heart rate there. And right here is the cadence screen. Now this is unique to this watch, or it's called the running dynamic screen. You've got ground contact time, vertical oscillation, and your cadence. So like I was saying, up on the top here, you'll see a ring of different colors, all the way from red, orange, green, and purple. And it'll give you a score as you're running. You want to be in the purple, and that's based on things like your cadence and your vertical oscillation and your ground contact time. Blue is okay. Orange is not so great, and then red is poor mechanics, apparently. And so that's pretty neat to see while you're running, to see where you're at. Another really cool feature about this is that it can estimate your Vo2 Max. So to get there, I'm going to hit this settings button, and you actually have to push down on the side of the screen, and it usually works. And I'm going to scroll through here. To scroll through, you actually have to depress the screen. And I was just out for a leisurely run with my daughter, and she was in the stroller yesterday. And it takes your heart rate at any given pace and uses that to estimate your Vo2 Max and your race times. So based on, we were just doing like an 8-minute pace, and it took my heart rate, and because it knows my max heart rate, because I input that, it gives me a score. And if you click on race predictor, these times are all pretty close to about where I'm at. My 5K is a little bit under 17 right now. My 10K is around 35 minutes. My half marathon's probably around 119. And my marathon, I'm really not sure, but my best is 255. So not too far off from where I'm at. And I think if I wouldn't have been pushing the stroller, it would have been even more accurate. I did a 10K time trial this morning on the treadmill just to see if I could get an updated score. And it won't, apparently, it won't update your VO2 max score unless you're outside, which makes sense because running on a treadmill isn't always accurate. Another cool thing is this thing called the Recovery Advisor. And this will tell you how much time you need to recover from whatever workout. So like I said, I did a 10K on the treadmill this morning in around 35 minutes. And it told me this morning that when I hit stop, that it's going to take me 72 hours to recover. And now it's at 70 hours. So that was a couple hours ago. So that is really cool. And it says online that that is based off heart rate variability and how hard you went. And it uses those to estimate how much time you're going to need to recover. So that is pretty cool. Let's see what status. Oh, that's just on. Okay. So those are some really cool features of this watch. Now to get back, there's a little back button here, and you depress that. Another thing that I like about this is I do a lot of indoor workouts on the treadmill. So if you want to turn the GPS off and just do a treadmill workout, you just tap on the top and you click off. So that's really nice. With the 310 here, this older watch, I had to hit about 10 different buttons in the settings menu. So that's really nice that you have easy access to that. Another easy way to get to, I think this is your history, is to hit there. Or I guess that's to go to my workouts. Training calendar, intervals. So those are some pretty cool things about this watch. I really like it so far. I really like how there's the internal accelerometer, and that'll give you, that'll calibrate automatically for you as you run more outside. So those are some cool features, and I'll show you what some of the running dynamics things look like when you upload it to Garmin Connect. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys some of the cool features on Garmin Connect that appear when you use the 620. So like I said, that new heart rate monitor is really nice because what it does is it helps you estimate your VO2 max, which you're seeing over here. It says minus 58, and it gives you a score, or not a score, but an estimate. And then let's click on my most recent time trial that I did this morning, a 10K. And if you'll see here, this heart rate data is really nice. With the old heart rate monitors, usually the first 10 minutes was really erratic and it would be all over the place. But if you see this, it just gives you a really nice curve. And what the really cool thing is this thing called the running dynamics, and it uses different colors to tell you how good your dynamics are. So if you'll see my cadence here, the purple is saying that that's really good. The blue is pretty good. But then my vertical oscillation, if you look at that here, it's showing me in the green and orange, which is not great. So my vertical oscillation is around 10 centimeters. And so I guess if I could learn how to not jump as high when I'm running, apparently my efficiency would go up. So that is that. And then it also shows ground contact time. And that is in the purple. So it says I'm doing great on that. And it estimates that I'm on the ground for 202 milliseconds approximately. So that's pretty interesting. And that's really cool data. I'm not sure how to use it yet, but it's pretty cool stuff. Another thing that's cool is, so it has all your averages here, like your average cadence. Mine was 185. Vertical oscillation, 10 centimeters. Average stride length and ground contact time, 198. It also gives you this thing called the training effect. And what that is something's going on with my screen. I'm just going to slow that down. The training effect, if you click on it, it says, it gives you a number based on if a 5 is overreaching, 4 is improving, 3 is improving, 2 is maintaining, and then 1 is almost nothing. So based on that run I did this morning, it gave me a 5. It says that I'm overreaching. So that's kind of interesting. You can also click on, like, this is nothing new here, but percent of max, it'll give you those, and it'll give you the zones you were working in. So that is pretty cool. Those are some of the features of the 620. Thanks for checking it out.